Yeah, I used to be a guitar player before. I mean, a mediocre guitar player, but I was a ukulele player. I just didn't know that that instrument existed. I saw it for the first time 4 years ago because I'm Italian, and Italian is such an underdog. Nobody knows it, so I had to find it by myself on the internet. And since I got my ukulele, I left behind all the other instruments and kept on playing. And there I was in England, like I think 3 years ago, at Ukulele Festival of Great Britain. And I met Paul Worden, and we were just on a jam on the Friday night. It was just an easy jam to welcome people. And he saw my rumba technique, like this kind of strumming. And so he asked me to join him for his live set the day after. So yeah, there I went in front of all these wonderful people, and I enjoyed that so much that I naturally wanted to keep on performing. And also I started to think about an original way to perform. Yeah, there are 3 things that I used to teach on my workshop, and one of these things is just thinking forward method, and it's something that whether you know consciously what you're doing or whether you're not, you have to learn it if you're performing, because this is the only way to avoid mistakes and be able to play naturally in front of a big public. And that means, it's like a race pilot of a car race. When they start, before starting, they think, okay, they look at the next curve and they think, okay, when I'll be there, I will have to steer the wheel of this amount of degrees and for this long time. So when they get there, they don't actually think, okay, they are not stuck there like I have to turn that. They're looking at the next curve and thinking, okay, when I'll be there, while they're steering that. And when I'll be there, okay, I've got to turn this way. Otherwise, they would crash. We would crash if we would run without this kind of advice. Same thing when you're performing. When you're performing before starting the actual performance, just take your time to think about the rhythm, the tempo of the song you're playing. So you don't do something like, and then you realize you were too fast. Okay, that's wrong. Take your time before. And when you're thinking when you're playing a chord, first of all, set the first chord, set the first line if you're singing, and while you're doing that, think about what's next. So you think, somewhere over the rainbow, over the A minor, way up high, way up high, something like that. So you always have to be forward, and this way you can. It has a lot of wonderful consequences. The first one is that you have to be natural, because you'll be somewhere else, and that means that you got to be natural. It's something that is instinctive, and that's the most important thing too when you play music. It's really like something that becomes natural. And second thing, you can avoid mistakes. Like you can think like somewhere over the rainbow. I have no idea what's coming next. So, but you got some seconds to think about it and to find a solution, like somewhere over the rainbow, way up high. And you find a solution like a Z chord, or you can do something like somewhere over the rainbow. Your turn. Yes, in Italy there are not so many ukulele players, and I like to perform and play together because I'm not so skilled. So I rather have maybe a couple of ukuleles playing different things and maybe some other instruments, not too many. Because a good thing of the ukulele is that capture the essential of the song. But sometimes 2 ukuleles just make a big difference. Just like 2 voices are much more than just one voice. I mean, more than a diction of them. And so I thought, since when I was composing the album Completely Unbroken, to the old concept, so I tried to keep it simple in order to do this thing I'm doing with the screens and when I play with myself. And yeah, the whole project was built with this idea, so it came out easily. It's the only way to bring other instrumentalists, other people with me without paying them, because I'm not rich, unfortunately, and I can't afford that. And also, even if I would be rich, you know, I'm playing with such a lot of great artists, and that wouldn't be possible to bring them around. So this way, I managed to be original, I guess, in one way, and to give to the public everything there is in the CD, and on the same time playing really live, because there is this connection, and keeping it simple on the screen. You rarely feel like you're listening to a background track, but most likely you will have the sensation that the other musician is there, because if there's a girl singing, we only hear her voice. There won't be other tracks behind that.